Hey guys, today I am making egusi soup. The type of egusi soup you can use to eat your fufu, your rice, plantain, even yam. First thing is to cook our protein. Like I always say, you can use any kind of protein that you want. You all know Nigerian soup can be very rich. This is why we use different kinds of protein. Assorted meat, goat meat, cow leg, name it. This is how we enjoy our soup. Add crayfish powder, scotch bonnets, onions, bouillon, salt, and a little bit of water for the protein to cook. As you can see, it is ready. Now we're going to set it aside while we make the pepper sauce for the egusi soup. Please pay attention to the video, and all the ingredients will be written in the description box. Heat up your palm oil and add in some chopped onions, and then you're going to cook it for like a minute or two. As you all know, we are making egusi soup, so you don't have to bleach the oil. All you need to do is just to heat up the oil and then add in your onions, cook it for a minute, and then go ahead and add in locust beans. Add in your blended paste, which is red bell pepper, scotch bonnets, just 1 medium tomatoes and onions, and then you're going to cook it for about 10 minutes. Now add crayfish powder and grilled mackerel. You can use any kind of fish that you want, but I am using grilled mackerel, and so you're going to cook it for about 5 minutes. Now it is time to prep the melon seed into a thick paste. Your melon seed, popularly known as egusi, would have been blended by now. Add onions, crayfish powder, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of your stock from the protein that you cooked earlier on. Now mix it together properly to give you a thick paste. Scoop the paste into your pepper sauce using your spoons or even your bare hand. Cover and let it cook on a medium heat for about 5 minutes. Stir it together properly, making sure to avoid burns. Now add a teaspoon of nutmeg powder and stir together again, and make sure you're doing this to avoid burns in the bottom of your pot, because you don't want your egusi soup to taste burnt. At this point, we are somewhat frying the egusi, and while you're doing this, you want to continually stir it. You don't want it to get burnt. I emphasize, you do not want burnt in your egusi. So now cover it and let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. Stir it one more time. As you can see, our egusi is well dried and fried, and so now it is time for you to add in the stock from the protein that you cooked. Now go ahead and add in your protein. Guys, when I got to this point, I realized I underestimated the quantity of the ingredients that I had, and so I had to change the pot, just in case you noticed that. So now add more water or more stock if you wish. As you can see, the water looks kind of like brownish. That is because I added water to the bowl that I use in making the melon paste. And then you just cover it and let it simmer for about 5 minutes until the oil start coming up, and then stir it, and it is time for us to go ahead and add our grains. Me personally, when I'm cooking egusi soup, I love to add a little bit of bitter leaf to it, and that is bitter leaf. And then I waited for that to cook for about a minute or thereabout, and then I went ahead to add my greens. So you can use spinach, you can use kale, whichever one you want. Here I am using kale. So as you know, you don't want, once you put your greens, you don't want to let it stay on the fire for too long. So I just stir it together, and then I let it be for about 3 minutes, and our egusi is ready. Guys, please don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to share this video, and please let me know what you think. And I bet you this is the best way to cook your egusi soup, because you can actually use it for your rice, for your fufu, for your steamed plantain, and even yam or yucca, however way you want to enjoy it. Well guys, see you again some other time. Bye. Bon appetit.